So grateful to practice with you. As we're lying down in Shavasana, being comfortable, I'd like to share that this week I went to a permaculture class and I thought I knew everything, haha. And I was thinking about permaculture being limited to plants and kind of like how we set up our house or the water system. And the speaker spoke of it as well with community and the human interaction when we're around diversity and how the grandma learns from the baby and the baby learns from the grandma. So today, as we practice sustainability within our own body, mind, we're also practicing with each other and sharing, and it's such a gift. I feel it deeply, and I'm so grateful for your presence. We'll spend about 1 minute here resting in Shavasana. Oh, the exhale out. Inhale deeply. And exhale all we don't need. Allowing the eyes to be still behind the closed eyelids and stilling the mind as we observe the thoughts, observe what the eyes see or not see without attachment to them. Simple watching. Inhale deeply, loving awareness. Fill up. Draw the exhale out. Behind the closed eyelids, allow your eyes to turn down towards your cheeks, bringing attention back to the physical body and bring the legs together as they stretch. Stretch your arms overhead, a big reach. And bring the knees into the chest, hug the forehead to the knee, perhaps rocking side to side a little bit. Feel free to drop the head, maybe rock forward and back. And in a breath or two, coming onto your side and sitting up. Begin with a chant of Om a few rounds, and then we'll begin the breathing. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. The feet, the foundation, being on the pinky toe side of both feet, whether they're on the ground or your leg. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders back and down, a gentle arch in the lower back as you set the pelvis. Hands and prayers, we chant Om a few rounds. Hands in Chin Mudra for Kapalabhati. Inhale deeply and begin. Finishing up, preparing for the first breath retention. Gentle, easily release if you need to. Inhale deeply. Gently holding the breath, chanting the mantra in your head. Exhale deeply. Please make any changes to the shoulders, feet. Maybe change the cross of the legs. Turning back around to inhale. Oh, exhale out. Inhale. And begin. Finishing up, preparing for the second breath retention. Inhale, gently holding the breath. Exhale. Stretch the legs, anything that would like a stretch, and we'll do Aloma Baloma, alternate nostril breathing. Inhale deep. Exhale deep. One more inhale deep. Exhale deeply. Right thumb blocking the right nostril. Left nostril. Inhale. Om. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Right, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Om, 8, inhale. Hold the breath. Left, exhale. Left, inhale. Hold the breath. Right, exhale. Right, inhale. Hold the breath. Left, exhale. Left, inhale. Hold the breath. Right, exhale. Right, inhale. Hold the breath. Left, exhale. Last round, inhale. Hold both nostrils. Right, exhale. Right, inhale. Hold the breath. Left, exhale. Releasing hand. Beautiful meditation or experience or awareness, observing the benefits of the breathing practice. Staying relaxed as you slowly slide back down into Shavasana. Rest and relax. the eyes down behind your closed eyelids, stretching the legs, arms overhead. Take 3. Hugging yourself into a ball, rolling side to side, or forward and back. When you're ready, you'll come all the way up to standing, coming to the front of the mat, Tadasana, the mountain. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply, hands to prayer. Inhale, hands up overhead, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees if it helps. Right leg, inhale back. Left leg, hold the breath. Knees, chest, forehead, drop down. Beautiful alignment. Inhale, low cobra. The toes, lift the hips, down dog. Right leg, inhale forward. Left leg, exhale forward. Inhale, standing up. Exhale, hands at your side. Left side, inhale, shoulders back and down. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg reaches back, left knee down, left toes out. Right leg, hold the breath. Knees, chest, forehead. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg, inhale forward. Right leg, exhale. Inhale, standing arch. Hands at your side. Round 2. Inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, standing arch. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot, inhale. Left foot, hold the breath. Knees, chest, forehead, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot, inhale. Left foot, exhale. Standing arch. Hands at your side. Inhale. So hands to prayer. Hands overhead, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Left leg, inhale. Right leg, hold the breath. Knees, chest, forehead. Inhale, hold the breath. Exhale, down. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Inhale, stand. Hands at your side. Thank you for your own pace. Inhale. Faster if you want. Hands to prayer. Hands overhead. Forward fold. Right leg. Left leg. Lower down. Cobra arch. Down dog, exhale. Right leg, inhale. Left leg, exhale. Standing arch. Hands at your side. Inhale here. Hands to prayer. Standing arms. Forward fold. Left leg back. Right leg back. Knees just forehead. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Standing up. Hands at your side. We'll pause here. Feet hips distant. Standing meditation, taking in the awareness of the salutations. Surya Namaskara. Surya, the sun. Namaskar. Sometimes in India, instead of namaste, hands together, it'd be namaskar, namaskar to salute. We'll lie down again, resting in Shavasana. Legs together, hands overhead, big reach and stretch. And then rock and roll, coming into pose of the child. Hips to your heels, resting the head on the ground. The head doesn't quite make it, you can leave the hips up or change how wide the legs are. Some of us preparing for dolphin or headstand practice. Visualizing if you'll be staying here in child's pose, or visualizing if you'll be in dolphin or the headstand. Seeing yourself as a fly on the wall sees you from above. And seeing yourself within the body, if that works as well. Then allowing these thoughts to become action, either staying in the pose of the child or coming into the shape that you have in your head and thoughts. And breathe. A few more breaths. Turning to child's pose, a breath or two, and we'll eventually come onto our back for legs up the wall or for shoulder stand. And Linda, if you prefer this other wall where Deanna is, I'm sure she would be happy to move. Okay. Kind of a funny little corner here. I'd like to practice the shoulder stand. Hands are at your side, elbows in close. When you lift the hips, taking the low back as you tuck the chin into the chest. And as you get more flexible, the hands can walk from the low back to the middle back, closer towards the shoulders. If you'd like to make adjustments in the posture, you might like bending the knees, and to just come into the plow practice as you wish, legs over the head. Otherwise, we'll practice shoulder stand a little bit longer, and then we'll come into plow. Oh, the exhale out, the queen of the posture, so good for our throat, our neck, our shoulders. Inhale the right leg up overhead. And exhale the right leg back up with the left. Inhale, left leg up overhead. And exhale the left leg back up. If you wish, both legs up and over, coming into the full plow. And if the feet touch the ground, which is not necessary, but if they do, you're welcome to release your hands. A few more breaths here. And it'll be your option whether you want to use your hands like brakes to come down and then press into the bridge, or if you'd like to try coming into the bridge from here, bring your hands to support the back if they've left, coming back up into the shoulder stand, and then scissoring the leg one at a time until they come down and return into the bridge. Otherwise, hands as brakes, slowly come down, take a breather, and whenever you're ready, lifting the hips up. From here, see if it's possible to reach for your ankles. If so, hold one or both of your ankles as you lift your hips. And if you would like, you can bring your hands by your shoulders, fingers pointing back towards you, and see if you could come up onto the crown of the head, or maybe even lift all the way up. Another breath or two here. Slowly lower down all the way into the ground. Rest your legs, rest your arms. Preparation for Matsyasana, the fish. Legs together and bring one hand at a time, one arm at a time under the body, elbows in as close as you can get them. And as you press the elbows down, lift your chest and your chin up, and your head will not even need to touch the ground. So the hips will stay down, the chest's way up. Press the elbows, lift the chin. Breathing deep into the front of the chest, the bronchial tubes, the lungs. Feel your feet. Pressing the elbows to lift up a little bit higher and slowly lowering back down. Release the arms, the legs. Roll the head side to side, a little up, down for the shoulders, the hands and feet, a little squeeze, and then let go. The eyes behind the closed eyelids, looking a little higher than the crease of the eyebrows. As the witness, activating our awareness, focus, presence. Be here, being here. Oh, the exhale out. Whew. Eyes turn down, stretch the legs, stretch the arms. And you might come up with straight legs to the sitting stack pose, Paschimottanasana. You might also like to hug the legs, rock. If it's possible, see if with your fists or your hands you can press down the ground and lift the hips up. And then spread the hips out, maybe even spread the flesh. We're going to come into bending the right knee out to the side, and either the foot to the inside of the left thigh, or if you want to cross it in the crease of the hip flexor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Letting the head drop, the eyes turning 6 o'clock. Oh, the exhale out. Last exhale. Hello. Hands reaching out forward. Settling in whenever you're ready. Inhale, lift. And exhale, up and over. Anyone has instability with the knee joint and wishes to give support like my knee likes. Who's requesting? Listening to the requests of the body, and although we're not the body, the body might go, oh, I'm in pain, and we can witness this. Perhaps we make a change, perhaps we accept, or perhaps we leave the posture. These are, as Eckhart Tolle would say, our choices in anything. Last deep exhale here. And inhale, come on up. Stretching both legs out, Paschimottanasana. Whenever you're ready, lift. Exhale, up and over both legs. Super good for releasing stress. Forward fold, super good for aiding in digestion, elimination, detoxing, letting go. In front of the thighs, the front of the belly, a little bit of a squeeze as the back of the thighs, the back of the back, letting go. Opening the hip. Just enough support with the feet and the hands that the joints feel safe. Few more breaths here. All our thoughts, these last few breaths. Reach forward and up, coming into the counter pose, the hands pressing behind as you lift the hips up, press your toes down, drop the head back, lift the hips up. Exhale to lower down and move on to our belly. You ladies have super strong cores. That looks so good. And also when you do your push-up, your behind is in line with your heels and your head. A lot of men and women are not as strong as the two of you. So thank you for your core strength. Super, super good. The exhale out. We've practiced the cobra many, many times. This time we'll practice without hands. Bring the heels together. Hands at your side, elbows in close, and without pressing the hands, lift up. Breathe. The abdominal cavity spread out into the ground, then gently bringing the hands down, elbows in super close. Press the hands and lift up. Look up, chin up. A few breaths here. Exhale, lower down, head the other direction. Now the heels apart as the big toes touch. And rest. The locust, the chin's on the ground. So you're really stretching the sternum, all these intercostal muscles that get such congestion for this one. And hands under your thighs, either fists or hands, and the elbows in as close as you can. We're going to stretch the right leg away from us and lift up. Inhale. Exhale the right leg down. And then the left leg reaches behind and up. And then lowers, preparing for both legs. Inhale, reach away, lift up. You might lift up a lot higher than me. I'm not so great at this one, so feel free to really lift up if you can. Oh, getting better we are. Here we are, a couple more breaths. Lowering down, release the hands, pressing back into pose of the child, hips to your heels. You might like rolling the spine up to sitting on your heels. And here we'll come into the spinal twist with bent knees today, bringing the right hip onto the ground and then crossing the left foot over the right knee. Sit up nice and tall and bring equal weight onto both sits bones if you can. The left hand up and behind. Sit up tall and the right arm up and crossing over, either hugging the left knee or elbow, the thigh, bind. Few breaths here. Here, keep the legs and release the twist and cradle your leg in your elbow. See if you can bring the leg in. Maybe a little rocking. Finding that juicy spot where your foot is support, the knee, the hip, everything's getting some support. And if you can, bring the leg in closer to the chest, closer to the head, maybe lift it up a little bit. Feeling really, really frisky, you can work. So bring the foot behind the head. Slowly release, come to the other side. So this time the right foot crossing over the left knee. The right hand behind, just the left hand reaches up, over for this twist. Releasing the twist, rock the leg, maybe the foot and the elbow joint, or the knee and the elbow joint, maybe it's hand. Noticing wherever you can sit up the tallest. Start with the stability of the lower foot also, and maybe close to the chest. And you can reach the foot up. Release. And come to squatting. Super strong, looks great. Optional crow if you'd like. Box or square with the hands and feet, knees on the upper arms, looking forward and lifting one or both toes up. Beautiful. Release. Come up to standing. Big toes touch, heels apart. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, forward and down. Uttanasana, the standing forward fold, folding wherever you wish. A few breaths here. Inhale, reaching forward and up. Hands coming to the low back, feet hips distance, a gentle arch, counter stretch. Inhaling up, we'll come to the long side of the mat for Trikonasana. Turning the right toes out, lifting the left arm up. Exhale, side angle stretch. Few breaths here. Inhale up, right toes in, left toes out, right hand up. And side lean to the left. Inhale up. Turn both toes to the right and turn your hips to the short side of the mat. Bring your hands behind your back. Hold the elbows or come into reverse prayer. Tilt the hips forward, lift the chest and chin. Reach up. Beautiful. Exhaling up and over the right leg. Maybe you can use the hands like the chiropractor to lengthen the spine, either here or somewhere else. Let the head drop when you get there. A few breaths. Inhale, come on up. You might turn to the other side and release the arms or hold the other elbow. Equal weight both feet and tilting the pubic bone forward, lift the chest, lift the chin, and arch back. Inhale up and over the left leg, the belly button going for the center of the thigh as opposed to between the legs. Drop your head. Exhale deeply. Yeah. And up to standing. Release the arms, release the legs. We'll come to the front of the mat, coming to tippy toes. And then slowly lowering down onto the ground for our final rest, final Shavasana. Feet are cover up with the blankets. Close your eyes and rest. Behind your closed eyelids, allow the eyes to rest. Slowly wiggling the fingers and the toes, rotating the wrists and the ankles, moving the arms, the legs, the shoulders, the hips, the back, the head, and have a nice stretch. Rolling on your side for a bit before coming up to sitting. We'll end with chanting Om a few rounds. Legs waking up again. Pinky toe side of the feet. Creating a nice foundation for the body. Connecting with Mama Earth. And all these beautiful connections, and connections or relationship is the definition of yoga. Physical postures is one of many kinds of yoga. Permaculture. Noticing how we are affected and affect the whole. Feeling this beautiful exhale out. Deep inhale as we chant Om a few rounds to close. If your eyes are still closed, you might like to bow the head as a gentle way to slowly let some light come back through the eyes, the eyelashes back to the eyes. And then tracking your gaze out in front, lifting the head. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. Safe travels for Linda.
You're saying you're going on like a 3-month camping trip.
Oh. 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3
I
weeks.
don't know why I heard 3 months. I'm like, man, they must be going on travel trailer. Like,
Maybe I said 3 months.
yeah. When my kiddos grow up, that's my goal is to go travel.